What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode with Mom and Papa Joe. How many of you have prime rib left over? It's never the same when you reheat, so I always try to find something different to do. Today we're doing a stuffed baked potato, or maybe a potato casserole. I don't know what you want to call it, but you're going to want to check this out. Let's use leftover prime rib. To get started, we're going to make a pico de gallo because we want this to sit for a couple of hours before use. We've got here some beautiful Roma tomato, 1 jalapeno, a couple cloves of garlic, 2 limes. We probably only use 1, and half of the onion of your choosing, along with some cilantro. We're going to get these chopped real quick. All right, so here are my 5 Roma tomatoes chopped. My onions, I like lots of onions in my pico. So that's that entire half. Only use 1 jalapeno. You know your heat level tolerance. Leave the seeds in or take them out. I will go with maybe 2 good cloves of garlic, a nice pinch of cilantro, pinch of salt, and let's come in here with 2 to 3 tablespoons of lime, if this lime is juicy. And like I said, you want to give this an hour or 2 before you're going to use it. Let's get these potatoes going. Got here 2 large potatoes, man, about 2.5 pounds. So they're well over 1 pound each. Couple of holes to make sure they don't explode. I had all intentions of cooking this outside on the Traegers between one of my grills and the griddle, but it is nasty, wet, and cold. There's some sleet coming down, so we're inside today. I've washed and dried these. Got those holes in them. We'll come back with a little oil of your choosing over each potato. Give them a nice rub down. Then you'll come back with some kosher salt. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. The temperature you cook these potatoes does not really matter, folks. What you're trying to do is just get them to a finished temperature of about 210, 208 to 210, and you'll be happy. All right, so we're going to be using a Mexican crema sauce and a salsa for these potatoes in the end. To start this Mexican crema sauce, I've got 1/3 cup of mayonnaise if you're choosing. I think I'm going with Hellmann's today. So I want to go 1 part, that's 1/3 cup, 1 part mayonnaise to 2 parts Mexican crema. This is a 1/3 cup measure. 2 parts. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Sriracha to taste. Give it a nice color. And then maybe another 2 tablespoons of water. And you want to give this a good mix. And when you're done, give it a little taste. Oh yeah, and set it to the side. We're going to be using 2 cheeses on these potatoes. This is some block sharp cheddar. Amounts are totally up to you. And an awesome Mexican melting cheese, man. Queso Oaxaca. Pronounced totally different than it's spelled. Feel free to use cheeses of your choosing, folks. Anything that you like will work. But fresh is better. Self-grated is better. It melts nicely. And finally, folks, the leftover prime rib makes an appearance. I sliced it fairly thinly, a little less than 1/2 inch, maybe about 3/8 of an inch thick. It's oxidized a little bit, having been frozen and then thawed, but it's going to get the job done. I'm going to cut off any large chunks of fat that I don't want, but some of the fat I will definitely keep. So here you can cut as large as you want or small as you want, but I'm just going to dice this. And from here, we're gonna head to the stove. All right, before our prime rib goes in, drop some onions, get some nice color to these onions. We've got some good color. Come in here with 1 clove of chopped garlic, finely minced, and we'll give that just about 30 seconds to a minute or so before we bring in all of that prime rib, folks. And I do mean all of it. We're going to season with some badia, not a whole lot of salt. We're going to be using some cheese, and we got to remember that cheese does bring some salt. Some cracked black pepper. A lot of that moisture is gone. You might see a little oil on the bottom. That's what I'm looking for. Come in here with some of our Oaxaca cheese. And let's work that in. All right, turning my stove off. And I'm going to take this off of this hot burner and get to work on our baked potato. Taters took just about an hour and a half. Large taters, nice and crisp, especially on the bottom. I pull them out and I let them cool just a hair. You can see they haven't cooled that much. Let's come in here with some butter. Oh, this is not for the faint of heart, folks. Some cheddar. Some more of that badia. And at this point, we'll come in here with all this gooey, ooey. Oh, we're gonna put it all in there. My oven is turned off, but still warm. I'm gonna put this in there just for about 3 minutes or so. We've decided we're not going to place all the condiments on top because this is definitely not all going to be eaten tonight. So we're going to break out a little piece in a bowl or plate and then garnish and let you see what it looks like. I'll come back here with some of this fresh pico, a little salsa roja, a little red salsa, and then to tame that heat, a little bit of our Mexican crema. And we'll call that good right there, folks. Folks, it's got everything you want, man. A little bit of baked potato in it, a little casserole in it. That prime rib is absolutely tender as all get up. The heat from the jalapenos. Don't let that prime rib go to waste. Very simple. A pretty cool recipe for your leftover prime rib. Give it a shot and let me know what you think. Tell me in the comments below, is this a baked potato, stuffed baked potato, or is it more of a casserole? Doesn't make a difference. It's delicious. Want to thank you guys and gals as usual for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe. We absolutely appreciate it. Be on the lookout for another video coming very soon. In the meantime, Mom and I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Holla.